Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cecilia from Scientist Plans. It's been a while, sorry I disappeared. I'm back showing the planners that I got for 2024. So as you can see here, I have the Hobonichi 2024 box with my little order. It took me time because for the year of 2024, there were a lot of options, which is not at all what has happened in the past years for me. As you can see here through my things, and if you watch my channel, follow me on Instagram, you know that my color palette is all over the blue and some sort of purple shades. And often this is not the main theme or where the options gravitate, and this year wasn't the case. So I think in my past video I talk about the planners that I really used, and I show all about my Hobonichi weeks. I'm gonna link this video below, and I said that best case scenario for me, I would have a lot of blue options and cat options, and that's exactly what happened. And so it was hard for me to decide, so that's why this video took long. And to be very honest, I am totally overwhelmed with the amount of choices, and for also to the fact that I don't have a store in the Montreal area where I lived that I could go and see the products in person. Like this, I could decide. So basically I ordered a bit too much, and then I had to refine down my options. But you're going to see here, I still have a bit more options than what I normally get. What won't be a problem, I'll figure out a way. But yeah, just a little heads up that this year was hard, took me time. I'm still thinking about, so I totally get what others in the stationery community deal with at launch season, especially if you're not very picky in color, or especially if you like the colors that appear a lot, like blacks and browns and, you know, neutral things, or if you just like everything. It's super overwhelming. Like, how can you decide? So I totally get that. That never happens to me, which is great. I mean, I'm happy, but okay, let me just show what I got. And it was a lot. So this is just the box to show that the box arrived. I actually placed my first order at Yoseka, and then it was a group order. It was for me and some of my colleagues at work, and we all got different covers, but it was good because I could see some of them. And then I decided then to go to the Hobonichi store and order the other ones that I liked when I saw them in person. So I'm gonna put this box to the side, and I will show everything that I got from Hobonichi. So this is a mixture of things that came from the Hobonichi store and also from other shops. Okay, the box is here. All right, so those are the things that I get. Starting with the accessories, there is a bit more clear covers than that because there is a bit more than just one planner. But basically, I get new covers from time to time. Sometimes it's not like every year, depends on the state of the covers. So yeah, so just clear covers. They are cheaper, and if you buy them at the Japanese store compared to buying them even in local shops or on Amazon, but you have to calculate plus shipping and it all if it's gonna be worth it for you. So say like this year they did change their rates. At first I thought that this was gonna cost me more, but actually it wasn't at all, especially because most of the taxes were already paid. And in Canada, I pay taxes all the time when thing comes overseas, especially if they come through FedEx or DHL. So the method that they went with, I forgot the name now, global shipping, I think, but the rates were already lower compared to others. So it was really worth it to buy from Hobonichi if you had a lot more things to get from there. I decided also to get those little booklets. Those are from the Mother collaboration. Sorry for all the plastic noise, so just be aware of it. But basically they are like tiny booklets with the paper, and I'm going to talk a bit more about it. But basically this is the first time that I'm getting design ones. I normally get the ones that are like plain but I'm kind of running low on those, so I got those. And here are the planners. So this is the first one that I got, and it was the first one that I actually fell in love with. I'm not gonna be able to say now the name of this cover. I just call it Black Cats, but it's just one cat and one fox. But this cover is just, it's gorgeous. It's just the most like pretty thing that I've ever seen. And it's black, it's not like blue as I would wish, but last year they had the cover from the same artist in blue, which is the Aurora. So yeah, this is still like a very, like one of my favorite designs they ever have, but this is so pretty. So this was the first one that I fell in love with, and I said, yes, I really want this cover. I got this from Yoseka, I think. Yeah, now I'm getting confused, but yeah, this was one of the first ones that arrived. And I was like, okay, here it comes the dilemma of using a mega and having pages, and using a design cover and having a pretty cover. And I'm like, but this year is really like hard because there are so many pretty covers, and just going to take it out of the way and just say I'm not going to use a mega next year because I want to use the design covers, and that's when these little books will come along. So this one wasn't really on my radar at first because I am picky with greens. I like green, but I don't like olive greens. Sorry guys, I know that a lot of you love olive greens, and the olive green is the new pink in the stationery community, but I just don't like it. I don't like olives. But I do like pastels and light greens, and also some mint tones of green, and also forest greens. So, and this one has cats. How cute is that? So I decided to go ahead and order that, although I had no idea back then what I would use it, but I just wanted to have it. So those are the first two covers that I got, and then I obviously got the mega in the navy because, well, it's the mega. I like to have the extra pages, and it's navy, and it's a beautiful like shade of navy, to be honest. It's very nice. But then I knew that the One Piece was coming, and this year my family also got into watching One Piece together, which I knew that it existed. I knew a bit of the story because I studied Japanese and it all, so it was something that was known to me, but I wasn't watching it. And when we went to Brazil in August, so it was after we saw that Hobonichi was having again a collaboration with One Piece this year, my nephew actually loves One Piece and was watching it and got my son into One Piece, and they started watching it together, and then we started all watching it as a family, and now we are watching the live action, which is amazing. So yeah, so this cover was the reason why it took me so long to record this video, because everything here was available on the website on September 1st, but the One Piece collection was only available in October 1st. And when I ordered it, I ordered from Amazon Japan, actually, because there were other things that I wanted from Amazon Japan together with other friends. So I just put it in there. And when my cover was supposed to come, it actually shipped apart from all the other things and just never arrived. Like, it was just lost. The tracking wouldn't move, nothing happened, and I ended up like getting a reimbursement on it. And then so I had 0 covers. So then I ordered it from a shop in Canada, and when they shipped to me, there was just no pirate ship on my front cover. And I'm like, no, I mean, this is getting a bit ridiculous. So the first cover that I got, sorry, plastic again, it's not this one, okay? This is already the happy ending. I think the ship was actually in the middle in here. There was one piece here, one piece there, one piece, but it was like divided, and I'm like, okay, it's beautiful, but I really want the pirate ship on the cover. So that cover is gone. I sold it to another person at work, actually, in my lab, that didn't care for it, and I bought another one from Fidopen. Sorry, I don't know. I'll link below. But it's another shop in Toronto. And I, this time, specifically put in the comments, like, is it possible to get a full pirate ship drawing? I don't know how I word it, but like a full pirate ship pattern on the front cover. So I specifically put that in the comments, and I mean, I'm so happy that they did that, and it's just so beautiful and I love it. And this will be actually my main planner. So although I had all the cat covers, and actually in the collection there was another cat cover that was in navy, it was very beautiful, but it was just too colorful for me. As a friend of mine says, it's just too happy. It was just too happy. And I passed on that because, well, as you can see, there was already a lot here. But when I saw this one, and especially since this became just a family thing for us to watch on weekends, and my son really loves it, and there is like, I mean, I can talk forever about how we are enjoying it a lot. And I mean, it's blue, it's about the sea. I come from a family that likes to go fishing, that likes to be in the water, that swims. I was a swimmer, and I mean, I used to compete. I was in a swim team. You know, all of that is related to sea and ocean and being brave and just fighting for what is right, and having a crew, having your friends that are there for you no matter what. I just love it. So this will be my main planner. This is some sort of news flash. I haven't shared that yet on Instagram, but I will. But you guys know this now. I'm not gonna use that mega, which is sad, but I'm kind of okay with it since I have that, and I have the little booklets. And apart from the booklet, I'm saying the booklets because then I can just put in here and go with me. What I realized using my Hobonichi, not only this year, but in the others, I went, so this is a cover from Bujo Planner, and I have my sneaker here. But I went through my notes pages and I counted like how many pages from here I actually use for planning. So how many are for to-dos, how many I needed in the planner, and how many I'm actually just writing whatever, it's just notes or journaling. Because I am a person who likes to put stuff on paper. I think I need to see it in words, or to let it out in words and use my hands to think it through, to process things, to just let it out. And I realized that the majority is that. So out of the, okay, how many pages I've used so far? I think it's 100 and little. Okay, so I'm in 111. So from this 111 pages on the back that I used so far, only 45 are to-dos. All the rest are notes and journaling and thoughts and whatever. So I'm like, okay, they don't absolutely need to live on my planner, because this is ultimately an organizational tool for me. Although I can get creative with it, I can journal in it, and it can be like my support kind of system as well on paper. But I don't actually need all the pages here. So I decided to try that and have the little notes, which is something that I've been using for work. So this little, I mean, it's on and off with this thing, but it's basically work stuff. And I started in 2021 and I am still like not finished, but this is basically me just planning out some stuff for work that I can carry with me at home. But I like to keep this kind of a to-do list because I have a notebook that stay at work, and I'll talk about it in a minute. But I thought, okay, I can have this one with little booklets, or I could just get like a thicker one, like this one that I have. This is from Good Impressions. I'm not gonna flip through the pages here. This has been my health and wellness little notebook, and this is going to, as soon as this finished, is going to be transferred to this one. Actually, there are a couple more things related to my health and healthy habits and chronic illness that I am undergoing treatment and it all, that I wanted to have a separate place. I don't want this to live in my main planner, just because my chronic illness or condition doesn't define me as a person. I'm going to live happily, and I'll have like be able to be healthier regardless. And that's why it sits in a different notebook. And there is a lot of journaling as well, because sometimes I do feel down, sometimes it's a bit defying, sometimes it's hard, and that's okay. So I have a separate book for that, and that's why I got the lemons. I don't know if you guys have this in English. Probably you do, but in Portuguese we just say like, yeah, right, if life gives you lemons, you make a lemonade, something like that. Yeah, I think it's universal, but that's why I put this guys in here, this sticker here. But this will be transferred to this one, and I will see if this will be carried out with this one, which I think it's fine, or I can also use a Planner Monkey Co. notebook. So let me get mine. It is now here. This is another cover from Woodrow Planner, but I have the Planner Monkey Co. that I could just use for notes or whatever as well. So I can use this too. And they are still pretty small and don't add any, like, too much weight to my bag. So it's fine. It's totally fine. And it's gonna be like that. So yeah, so let me just put them to the side. So that's why there are how many covers? Well, I'll get rid of this one. I'll probably see within my local friends or my family who wants this guy, and I'm going to stay with this 3, which I think will be cool. Another thing that I thought is that if I ever keep going with this notebook and I want to transfer things to the green cat, I think it's Cats and Me cover, I could just have it and using it as a notebook, which is the way that I'm using this one. So this is the one piece for this year, 2023. I actually got it thinking that I would use it for my Japanese diary. So if you watch one of my past videos, I used to have a Japanese diary last year, but this year it was a bit hard to coincide my agenda with my Japanese teacher, which is also my cousin. It was just difficult for us. We didn't have like compatible schedules, and that's fine, but I have this sitting around and I just use this as if it's a notebook. I just write whatever in here and I don't care. It actually sits here. It sits here on my desk, and I just pick it up and write it. So I'll see if I feel like I still wanted to keep in this one because things are already here now for 6 months, then this guy will be a notebook, and I'm okay with that. The paper is still the old TRP, so it is still my favorite paper, which is kind of sad because, you know, it's gone, it's over, we have to get over it. But yeah, but I still have it because I bought it, so that's fine. So this is all the stories with the Hobonichi weeks. Oh, I didn't mention this guy, but basically this one will be, again, my fun journal, which is something that I'm doing in the Aurora. I'm saying fun journal because I do, like, swatches of fountain pen inks. And I'm mainly using, yeah, all of my fountain pens in here. And I test them, I write about them. I also do, like, journaling or whatever I'm in the mood to writing down. Basically, put my stickers in and do all that. Sometimes I try, like, if I want to use a different layout. I think there was a week that I thought of using this as my main planner. Not moving to this one, but just wanted to try the little small size, and I actually really like it. So I swatched it. This is when I was traveling, so I didn't take this with me. But yeah, so this is basically how I use it, and I kind of like it. It's tiny, you know, I like the paper, easy to keep as a journal. So this will be then my ink fun journal. This would be my main planner together with either little notebooks or Planner Monkey Co. notebooks if ever I want like some journaling on the go. I could actually also use the passport, which I'm going to show, but this is still on testing. I'm not sure how this is going to be. So yeah, this 3. And this one, I will get rid of it. I'm not going to use it. So yeah, so these are the 3 that I'm going to be using, plus accessories. So what about this day 3? So this day 3 one, I'm going to actually leave it at work. So it's basically only a calendar and notes pages. So I'm just going to leave it at work, and I'm going to schedule whatever I have to schedule for work and put notes in there. So this is what this day 3 will be. I watched the video from Rachel. I'm going to link her channel below, and I really love how she's using it. She's also in academia, although we're not in the same areas, but it's fine. We have, I think, a very similar job, like leading projects, doing our research, attending a lot of meetings, having, you know, to just gather information, putting all those notes down to keep track of what we are doing. So yeah, so I got this idea from her, and I really like it, especially because I already have a cover for it, and I kind of like the size for notes at work, not so much for planning. For planning, for some reason, I really like a tiny planner. I think it also, I like the rectangular shape of the page. So yeah, but this will be for work, and this is sort of new. We'll see how it goes, but for now, that's the plan. So this is everything from Hobonichi, and as I just mentioned, I'm trying out the passport just to have like some extra space to write. It's been, I think, a week and a half or so that I'm using it, but I already realized that I don't need 3 inserts. So this is the undated monthly, this is the undated weekly, and this is just a blank for notes. I think that overall I only need like the weekly if I want to maybe do some journaling or things like that, and a blank notebook just for notes. Whenever I feel like having this with me, especially when I'm running errands. So like my son is in a bunch of sports classes, and I actually do not like to be writing on my planner in those places because, well, I'm often like just sitting on a bench and looking at him, so it's gonna get messy. But I don't mind having thoughts and things written down in another spot. So this is what I've been taking with me with all that and writing. So thinking about that, actually I decided to try this because I wanted to get the dated inserts for next year, which I didn't do this year. So this is the next things that I want to show that I got. So this is my order from Wonder Pens, and actually this one I got from a local store here in Montreal. It's called NotaBene, so this is the only one who carries Traveler's Company products. I just went there, they have it, and I bought it. How easy is that? So nice. And all the others here, they actually came from a pre-order in Wonder Pens in Toronto. So yeah, so I have the weekly, there is dated, so this is what is going to get into this cover, and I'll probably just have the blank that is already there, or a grid one, just to have random notes. And this is going to be something that I grab with me when I'm running errands. I'm not sure that I'll have this plus this every day. I don't think it makes sense to me. I'll have this with the little notebook. Where is it? I don't know. The little notebook or the Planner Monkey Code notebook. I'll still have to figure this out. But I think this is going more towards carrying around when I'm running errands. Yeah, this is what I've been testing so far, but so this is what is gonna go in there. So I just got this folder file kind of thing to put stickers or whatever, and I got the vertical dated because this is where I do some sort of more like heavy on ephemera type of journaling. So I have here the ones that I just did. So let me just get a page where I don't have pictures of any people. Like this is one example. Then I have, sorry. Okay, can put here another example. Yeah, so those sort of journaling where I have a bit more space. I'm not really doing every week on this, although this is dated. But it's more like whenever I feel like it, whenever there's something I want to write, or something I print a picture for it, I want to put it down, I would do in there. So I'm okay with having blank pages for whatever reason that it is. I'm fine. I thought of getting it undated. I already had it undated the first time I used it, and I actually don't like it. I don't like the undated. The undated kind of pushes me away, and I get lazy of going there, dating it. I know it won't take that much, but I don't know, I just don't like it. I prefer when things are dated. So I got the weekly, and I got the accessories with the stickers that will come with tabs as well. I'll try to put tabs this year. I didn't put tabs in my TN this year. And I got another pencil board, which is actually nice. And I got the Himekuri calendar. I get questions quite often about this calendar. So this is basically a sticky calendar that I use on my journal. And because I tend to always want to use blue or purple, I like that the colors vary a lot each week and even within a certain week. So it kind of makes me want to use different colors, so then I can ink my pens in different colors and vary a little. So so I do like to have it in. Obviously this is an extra expense and like totally, you know, unnecessary, but I mean, to me this is fun. I like it. So I got it again this year, and there are different types. This is the memory one, which means that it will be a series of pictures. There is like one that is like cats or desserts, Disney. There are some types, you guys can check it out. I got it from Yoseka in New York, but like paper plus cloth in Canada also has it. So yeah, so this is what will be used in the journal side of things, and then here more, let's say, the planning side of things, kind of, although there are journals from the Hobonichi as well. Yeah, so let me know if you have any questions, if you want to see more details on the cover. What did you guys get? Were you overwhelmed this year, or were you underwhelmed? Because I know that a lot of people that were not like super thrilled or happy with the choices and the options that Hobonichi came out with. It will be difficult, I guess, to make everybody happy, but hopefully all of you could find that one cover that you guys liked. And this year just turned out that was the year that I had a lot more than necessary. But I'm kind of happy about it, you know. I'm gonna be using them. I know that I use them all. They are pretty and they all have a purpose. They are all very tiny books that will be filled up with information, so much life and memory. So I'm actually very excited. So thank you all for watching. It will be a pleasure to answer to any questions or just chatting with you about what you got to use for next year. And hopefully I'll come back soon for another video. So see you guys next time. Bye bye.